Different types of Australian student visas for international students. Part 2. Today's video is part 2 of our different types of Australian student visas for international students. If you have missed out on part 1, check the link in the description box. Now, let's continue with the remaining types of student visas for international students. Temporary Activity Visa. Subclass 408. This visa is not particularly for study. Instead, it encompasses many short-term work or activities, which include sporting and religious activities. Types of temporary activity visas are as follows. Australian Government Endorsed Events. COVID-19 Pandemic Event. This type is commonly known as the pandemic visa. This visa permits you to stay in Australia if you have no other visa options available and cannot travel outside Australia because of the COVID-19 travel restrictions. Additionally, if you are employed in an industry sector that is essential such as food processing, agriculture, aged care, disability care, child care, or tourism and hospitality, this temporary visa permits you to reside in Australia to work for up to 12 months. However, if you are not employed in a critical sector, this visa may permit you to stay up till 3 months. Next type of visa is known as the Australian Government Endorsed Events. This temporary visa permits you to come to Australia to partake in events which are approved by the Australian government. For instance, through this visa, you are allowed to participate in the post-COVID-19 economic recovery event. Research activities. This visa permits you to participate in a research project at an Australian tertiary or research institute. You and any family members accompanying you on this visa can stay for 2 years in Australia. What is the cost of an Australian temporary activity visa? The fee for applying for a temporary activity visa, Subclass 408, starts from $315 for the primary applicant, including charges for any family members accompanying you. Now let's briefly talk about the working holiday work and holiday visas, Subclass 417 and Subclass 462. Both, the Working Holiday Visa, Subclass 417 and Work and Holiday Visa, Subclass 462, permit you to stay in Australia for up to 12 months. You can also work in Australia to financially support yourself. The Working Holiday Visa Subclass 417 is created for citizens from specific countries, while the Work and Holiday Visa, Subclass 462, is for citizens from other qualifying countries. You can do a short-term job to finance yourself, along with studying for 4 months. Usually, you have to be between the ages of 18 and 30 to 35, and should not be accompanied by dependent children on your trip. What is the cost of an Australian Working Holiday Visa? For both the Working Holiday Visa and the Work and Holiday Visa, the charges for applying are $495. If you decide to extend either type of visa, you have to pay another $495 upon applying for an extension. Our video update for today ends here. Hit the like button and stay tuned for part 3 of today's video. Thanks for watching.